Hello students, so this is our 12th lecture of our subject digital system design and today's topic is encoders and decoders. Okay. So these are the contents. First we will be starting with the concept of encoding and decoding, then covering the decoders first, and then decoders can also be used to design our circuits, like we have used our gates to design different circuits in our unit 1 and unit 2. So this decoder can be acting like a source of designing circuit. Okay. So we will be covering then circuit realization, and in the end we will be covering the encoders. So let us start with the basic concept of encoding and decoding. Okay. So as the name suggests, encoding, that means we are converting in known information, that is a well known format, into a type which is not so known. That means I am preparing a code of something. Okay. So by this we can say that in terms of number system, the most commonly used number system and the most familiar number system to us is decimal. So we will be converting that decimal into a not so known format, and not so known format is, we can say it is binary. Okay, because binary 1-0 language is more easily understandable to the machines. So when we are converting a decimal into binary type format, decimal type into binary type format, we are saying that we are encoding that number. Similarly, if I am similarly if I am converting a not so known format, that means binary, into a not known format, that means decimal type. Decimal type means, by saying decimal type, it could be, that means the number system is having digits and it can be octal, decimal or hexadecimal. So the purpose of this encoding decoding is to prepare an interface between the machine and the human, because human are easily able to understand this decimal system and machines are able to understand the binary system. And similarly, in some special cases for some complex encryption decryption purposes, this encoding decoding can be used between machines as well. Okay. So this is the basic concept of encoding and decoding. Now let us start with the decoder. So decoder is a combination circuit and special case of a demultiplexer. Demultiplexer we have already covered in our previous lectures. So it does not have select lines, actually the select lines become the input. So in a demultiplexer we were having select lines, and in this decoder those select lines are actually not termed as select lines, but they are termed as inputs, and the actual input of the demultiplexer is not there. Okay. So for n inputs, maximum number of outputs can be 2 raised to power n. So for n inputs, that means in this case we are having 2 inputs. So the maximum number of outputs can be 2 raised to power 2, that is equal to 4. But like in case of demultiplexers, we had this relation between the select lines and the number of outputs, but in case of decoders those select lines are now acting as inputs. So that same relation is being existing between the inputs and the outputs in form of n is to 2 raised to power n. But decoder gives me flexibility that if my situation demands, then the outputs can be less than 2 raised to power n as well. Okay. So there could be a 2 cross 3 decoder as well if my application demands so. So but the general structure is 2 n cross 2 raised to 2 cross n, 2 raised to power n. So these are the two inputs I 1 and I 0. So if I apply 0 0 on these two inputs, then as the name suggests decoder, that means this is the binary value, this is the binary value of which decimal number. So 0 0 is the decimal of 0, that is why this y 0 is getting the high output. Similarly, this 0 1 is the binary of y 1, that means y 1 is getting the high output. Similarly, 1 0 is the binary equivalent of 2, so y 2 is getting the high value. Similarly, 1 1 is the binary equivalent of 3, so this y 3 is getting the high value. So these are the expressions which, when converted into, this is a truth table, which are when converted into expressions, you can check that this y 3 is offering me a single high output, which corresponds to I 1 is equal to 1 and I 0 is equal to 1. So I can see that y 3 is equal to I 1 into I 0. Similarly, y 2 is providing me this single high term, which corresponds to I 1 is equal to 1 and I 0 is equal to 0, that means I 1 I 0 power. Similarly for y 1 and y 0. So these are the 4 expressions for the 4 decoder outputs. So we can convert these expressions into a circuit, so that the internal structure of this 2 cross 4 decoder is known to us. So there are these two inputs I 1 and I 0. inverted version of both the inputs is required. So, I am preparing the inverted version of these two. Then I can check that y naught is the bar product of the both inputs barred version. So, this is my y naught. Similarly, I 1 bar, this is my I 1 bar and this is I naught. So, this becomes y 1. Similarly, I 1 into I naught bar, I 1 into I naught bar, this becomes y 2. Similarly, I 1 into I naught, this becomes y 3. Okay. So, this is the internal structure of a 2 cross 4 decoder. Similarly, we can prepare higher size decoder like 3 cross 8 decoder, and the smallest possible decoder, that means a step lesser than this, that will be 1 cross 2 decoder. The process will be the same, we will be preparing the truth table, from truth table we will be extracting the expressions and then expression will be converted into a circuit. Okay. So, what are the other possibilities, like we have mentioned in our previous slides? 3 cross 8 decoder is also there, 4 cross 16 decoder is there, and to prove that case that there exists some decoders which in which we need not to maintain the n cross 2 raised to power n ratio, that is 4 cross 10 decoder. So, these are the names of the decoder as per their number of inputs and number of outputs, but when we convert this number of input and number of output into a more relatable number system kind of approach. So, we can see that 8 is the base of octal. So, I can say that this is binary to octal converter. 3 cross 8 decoder can be termed as a binary to octal decoder. Okay. Similarly, this 4 cross 10, 10 is the base, 10 is the base of decimal. So, binary to decimal. Okay. And further this binary, if it is limited to 4 bits, then we can say that it is BCD to decimal actually. Similarly, the next one 4 cross 16, that means it is binary to hexadecimal. So, we can design any of these decoders by using the same general approach. A 4 cross 10 decoder will be based on that there will be 4 inputs binary to decimals. So, B 3, B 2, B 1, B naught, okay. And there will be D naught, D 1, D 2, D 3, D 4, D 5, D 6, D 7, D 8 and D 9. These would be my 10 outputs. So, these values will be 0 0 0 0 up to 1 0 0 1, and at the output side this 0 0 0 corresponds to D naught and rest of the outputs will be 0. Similarly, we can prepare the middle rows of this table, and this 1 0 0 1 corresponds to 9. So, all these values will be 0 except for D 9. So, we can prepare the table in this manner, and then this table can be converted into expressions like D naught will be giving me expression, D naught will be having expression B 3 bar, B 2 bar, B 1 bar, B naught bar. Similarly, I can write expressions for others, and D 9, as you can see this one corresponds to this last value, which corresponds to B 3, B 2 bar, B 1 bar and B naught. So, in this way we can write the expression for these 10 outputs D naught to D 9, and then these expressions can be converted into a circuit. Okay. So, this is the concept of basic concept of a decoder. Now, let us come to the most important part of the decoders, the application of decoders. These decoders can be used to realize the logic circuits. Okay. So, we can design any circuit using a decoder. Any circuit means half adder, full adder, comparator, or whatever application, any system which is having some set behavior as per the provided inputs. So, if I want to design a full adder using decoder, then first thing is which decoder I have to choose for optimum and the easy connections. So, I have to choose a decoder in such a way that the number of input variables number of input variables is equal to number of decoder inputs. So, I have to first check that full adder is having how many inputs. Okay. As we all know, full adder is having 3 inputs A, B and C in. These are my inputs and there are 2 outputs, sum and C out. These are my outputs. So, 3 input to output system. So, full adder is a 3 input to output system. So, from this I am extracting this thing that I will be requiring 3 inputs, that means decoder must be having 3 inputs and a 3 input decoder is 3 cross 8. So, I am preparing a 3 cross 8 decoder. So, these 3 inputs A, B, C in, so I have prepared a 3 cross 8 decoder layout. So, this is a 3 cross 8 decoder. I am labeling these as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So, this is the initial step, choosing the optimum decoder size. Okay. Then how to proceed about the circuit realization? For this I have to go to this output section. I have to find the min terms or the high values for the sum and C out, that means the 2 outputs. So, the expressions for sum, if we prepare the table for full adder, which we have already prepared in the previous lectures, from that we can see that the min terms are 1, 2, 4 and 7. So, these are my min terms. Similarly, C out will be having min terms 3, 5, 6 and 7. So, these are the min term set for high min term set for these 2 outputs, sum and carry out. So, using these min term set we can realize the circuit using decoder. We just need to understand the basic concept. Going back to the previous slide, in that we have seen that for these 2 inputs, these 4 outputs have been realized and you can check that these are the actually the min terms. These are actually the min terms. For 2 inputs there can be maximum 4 min terms. So, all the min terms are realized by the decoder. Similarly, a 3 cross 8 decoder can realize 8 possible min terms which are possible for that 3 inputs. So, for this 3 input, all 8 possible min terms are already realized at these 8 outputs. I just need to pick those min terms and appropriately add them, so that those min terms are summed together to generate the SOP expression. So, for this sum, the outputs are, the high min terms are 1, 2, 4, 7. So, I am picking 1, 2, 4 and 7. And these are to be added together, for which I need an OR gate. So, this becomes my output for sum. Similarly, if I use this C out, this C out is providing me the min term set 3, 5, 6 and 7. So, this is 3, then this is 5, then this is 6, 7. So, these 4 terms are added together to prepare the C out. Okay. So, in this way we have realized a full adder using a decoder. Okay. So, this is the basic concept, that means we can realize any expression using a decoder. We just need to have the truth table, and from the truth table I just need to have the access to the high terms, okay, high output terms. So, similarly, if I ask, if a examiner asks prepare realize f a b c is equal to 1, 2, 3, 6 using decoder, then the same thing can be done with the help of this. Again 3 inputs are there, that means I will be requiring a 3 cross 8 decoder. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3 and 6, these 4 outputs will be entered into an OR gate. So, we can realize this expression using the decoder as well. Now, covering another case which can be asked, if I am given an expression, then that expression has to be converted into those high main terms. Okay. So, if examiner asks me to prepare this circuit A bar B plus A B bar using plus A B C, this thing I am asked to realize using decoder, then I have to first convert this into the main terms, high main terms. That means A bar B C plus C bar, A B bar C plus C bar plus A B C. So, we can check that it will be A bar B C plus A bar B C bar plus A B bar C plus A B bar C bar plus A B C. Okay. So, this is the canonical version. Now, replacing these variables, this will be 0 1 1, this will be 0 1 0, 1 0 1, 1 0 0, 1 0 0 and 1 1 1. We can check that this is equivalent to 3, 2, 5, 4 and this is 7. So, arranging them, I will be having F A B C as 2 3 4 5 and 7. So, now this thing can be realized with the help of a decoder. So, I just need to have the high main terms for realization of decoder. Okay. So, let us now come to the complementary part of the decoder, that is the encoder. So, like a decoder had converted a binary type format into a decimal type format, this encoder can be used to convert a decimal type format into a binary type format. Okay. And it can be considered as a special case of multiplexer by just looking at the outer structure. Internal behavior is entirely different, but the outer structure resembles with the multiplexer 2 raised to power n cross 1, and the resemblance is in the point, from that point of view, that it does not have select lines and actually select lines become the output lines. So, we can say that the location of the select lines is now towards the output. That means, we will now not be choosing anything with those outputs or which are physically placed at the outputs. So, general size of a encoder is 2 cross n, that means, there will be 2 cross n inputs and there will be n outputs, and inputs can be less than 2 raised to power n as well, as we have considered in the case of decoder, in which we had covered the decoder which was 4 cross 10 decoder, which was BCD to decimal decoder. So, similar thing can be treated here as well. There will be 10 cross 4 decoder, 10 cross 4 encoder, which will be actually decimal to BCD encoder. Okay. So, for general example, if we put n is equal to 2, then I will be having 4 cross 2 decoder, and the functionality, it encodes the given decimal input into binary, decimal or decimal type. Okay. That means, digit type number into bits type format. So, this is the general structure, outer block level depiction of a 4 cross 2 encoder, which is having 4 inputs I naught, I 1, I 2 and I 3, and there are these 2 outputs y 1 and y naught. Actually, this W is not present in the circuit, this has some conceptual meaning which can be used here, which I can use W here. W is actually stands for working, whether the circuit is working or not. Okay. Or we can also consider it as valid output or not. So, if the circuit is working, then the output will be valid, if circuit is not working, the output will be invalid. So, the basic thing is, whichever input I am selecting, I can select only one of these inputs and the binary value of that input will be available at the output. So, I naught, if I am selecting, then I will be getting 0 0 at the output. You can check that if I make I naught high, I am getting 0 0 at the output. If I make this I 1 high, then I should be getting 0 1, I 1 high, 0 1 is the output, I 2 high, then 1 0 at the output, I 3 high, then 1 1 at the output. Okay. So, this is the actual functionality of the encoder. Now, what are these rest of the cases? In this first row, you can see that I have made none of the inputs high, that means I naught, I 1, I 2, I 3, I have not made any of these input high. That means, in that case also the output will be 0 0, or output could be don't care, output could be anything, and this is actually the non working state. That is why I have mentioned W is equal to 0, that is non working, the circuit is not working actually, because we have not made any of the inputs high, or we can say that the output is not valid, validity is 0. Okay. And for these 4 working cases, W is 1 or the output is valid. So, this is the truth table for this 4 cross 2 encoder, but this truth table is very much different from the previously prepared truth tables. Okay. How this is different? Because we can see that there are 4 inputs, there are 4 inputs in this truth table, I naught, I 1, I 2 and I 3, and in all the previous cases for 4 inputs we have prepared a truth table which has 2 raised to power 4, that means 16 input side cases, but here we are considering only 4 cases. Okay. So, this we can say that it is a incompletely specified truth table, because all the cases of the inputs are not considered, we have considered limited number of cases in which only one input is high at a time. Okay. So, for such tables the conventional method by which we can write the expressions is not valid. So, for such type of truth tables we have to adopt some different method. We can say that this y 1 is having 2 high terms, but it is not mentioning, it cannot be considered that this 1 will be corresponding to I naught bar, I 1 bar, I 2, I 3, not. It is not the correct method like we have done in the case of decoder. In the cases in which the truth table is incompletely specified, in those cases this y 1 we have to check that this y 1 is high due to this I 2 and this high term is due to this I 3. So, either I 2 or I 3, if any of these input is high, I must be getting y 1 as high. So, from that angle I can write y 1 is equal to I 2 plus I 3. So, this is the simple way by which I have written the expression for y 1. Similarly, I can write expression for y naught. I can check that this high term in y naught is due to this I 1 and this one is due to this I 3. So, I can see that I 1 plus I 3. So, y naught is I 1 plus I 3, and similarly valid output or working output, these are the 4 cases which are due to I naught, I 1, I 2 and I 3. So, I naught plus I 1 plus I 2 plus I 3. So, these are the expression for these 4 outputs. Now, these expressions can be easily converted into a circuit, like we are having I naught, I 1, I 2, I 3. Okay. So, these are my 4 inputs. To prepare the first output, I need the OR of I 2 and I 3. So, this is my I 2 and this is my I 3. Using an OR gate to produce the sum, it prepares y 1. Similarly, I 1 plus I 3. So, this is I 1 and this is I 3. So, this prepares y naught. Okay. Similarly, I naught plus I 1 plus I 2 I 3, that means all 4 inputs. So, this prepares the valid output. So, this is the internal structure of a 4 cross 2 encoder. Okay. Similarly, we can proceed towards the 10 cross 4 encoder. Okay. And the other possibilities we can write it here. So, this is a 4 cross 2. Another possibility could be 8 cross 3. This 8 cross 3 can be termed as octal to binary. encoder. Similarly, a 16 cross 4 encoder can be termed as hexadecimal to binary encoder. Another possibility, 10 cross 4, in which we have deliberately taken the input number of inputs 10. So, this could be my decimal to BCD encoder. Okay. So, this 10 cross 4 decimal to BCD encoder we are discussing in our next slide. So, this 10 cross 4 decoder known as decimal to BCD encoder, we can see this, that this D0 to D9, these are my 10 inputs, and B3, B2, B1, B0, these are my BCD outputs. Okay. So, we can check that in any case, this first case, in this case none of the input is high, D0 to D9, none of the input is high. So, that is why none of my output is high, and this is considered as invalid state. Okay. But in the next rows, there is at least one of the inputs which is high. In this first row, we can see that this D0 is high. So, D0 is high, then binary of 0 is all zeros, and this is a working state, this is a valid state. Similarly, you can check any other row, as we can see in this case, this is due to D2. So, D2 2 binary of 2 0 0 1 0. So, 0 0 1 0, this is binary of 2, and this is also a working state, this is also a valid state. Similarly, you can check any other state, this one we can check like this. Okay. This is due to D7, then we can check that output is 0 1 1 1, and this is also a working state. So, in this way this truth table is prepared, which is very easy to prepare, and again this is an incompletely specified table, because there are 10 inputs, and if we had prepared truth table as per conventional method, then there would have been 2 raised to power 10, that means 1 0 2 4 cases, but this is not the case. So, I will be writing expressions for B3 as B3 is high at these two positions, that means D8 and D9, B3 is equal to D8 plus D9. Similarly, B2 is equal to this one, which is due to this one, if we check D4, 5, 6 and 7. So, it is due to D4 plus D5 plus D6 plus D7. Similarly, B1, B1 is this one 2 3, and these two are 6 7. So, 2 3 6 7. Okay. Similarly, B0 is this 1 3 5 and 7, D1, D3, D5, D7, and the last one is D9. And W is D0 plus D1 plus up to D9, all 10 inputs. Okay. So, we can realize the circuit for this as well by simply using a 2 input OR gate for this B3, a 4 input OR gate for this B2, another 4 input OR gate for B1, 5 input OR gate for B0, and a 10 input OR gate for W or valid. Okay. So, I am not preparing that circuit because it is just simply the addition of these inputs. So, we have to just take 10 inputs D0 to D9, and whichever inputs are required to be added can be fed into an OR gate to deliver these 5 outputs, out of which 4 are indicating the BCD output and one of the output is indicating the validity of that output. Okay. So, with this we come to the end of this lecture. Thank you very much.